On today's episode of the Nostalgia Test News, we go deep into August 2024. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test. All right, everyone, here we are. I know it's late, but ultimately deal with it. It's Nostalgia Test News, August 2024. Manny, I sent you to run down. One, how are you doing? And two, are you excited? Because I think this episode of the Nostalgia Test News is going to blow people's minds.
Nostalgia Test News, delayed always. So, yeah, it's going to blow my mind. I just recently saw some of the clips. I'm kind of liking that I don't read them until a moment of before this podcast because then it's natural reaction. I don't have to think about it. So
just a little behind the scenes. I'm doing this on my notes app, which I've shared with Manny, and then I make the rundown, and this is the first time he says he's seen it.
Oh no, I saw the email, and then I was like, okay, I read it really quick. I'm like, oh, news, there's gonna be this and that, this, and I was like, all right. I was like, do I have to clip on the links? Does he want me to actually read the article? I don't read. If he got me a video to watch, I'll do that.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Well, everybody, let's start out right away with nostalgia celebrity news. There we go. And we are starting out with what I think, we're starting out with what I think was one of the most amazing stories for me and the most exciting stories for August. And that is Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter will star in Waiting For Godot on Broadway. That's right, people. Bill and Ted will be on Broadway in Waiting For Godot. I love this. I love
You love this?
I love this.
This is going to be
amazing.
Pretty funny, interesting. What is this Waiting For Godot? What am I supposed to know this?
Well, man.
Waiting For Godot?
Wow. Waiting For Godot is a very famous play written by Samuel Beckett, and so many people have starred in it. And I would say this is, I think, a genius move. A genius move.
Are they trying to promote something?
Yeah, Waiting For Godot. That's what they're trying to promote.
Are they really? Is this like a setup to Wayne's
another Bill and Ted,
another Bill and Ted?
I don't think
this might be a marketing thing. They're going to be in another movie. Come on.
Well, dude, please. Here's the thing. This is a two-person play. It's an amazing play. It's, written again by Irish playwright Samuel Beckett, where two characters, Vladimir and Astragon, engage in a variety of discussions and encounters while awaiting the titular Godot, who never arrives. And so it's basically going to be Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter on the stage. And, there'll be a couple other people, but there's mainly them. And it's mainly going to be them on stage doing Waiting For Godot. Here's the thing. I think what people need to understand is Alex Winter is a serious actor, and so is Keanu Reeves. I'm tired of hearing this nonsense that he is not a serious actor. Keanu Reeves is a serious actor, and I think this is going to be an unbelievable play. I want to see this.
Yeah. I'll go. Sure. Where's it playing? Am I flying to LA?
No, it's gonna be on Broadway.
Broadway.
Yeah, okay. This is going to Broadway. That's the biggest. That is why this is so huge. You're talking about a.
Am I supposed
Broadway
to be this
play.
Is crazy, Dan? This is awesome.
Well, I don't think that. Yeah, I would like for you to care more, but I guess again, I think if this was Airborne on Broadway, you'd probably care more.
No, I think it's funny because I've been wanting to watch Back to the Future on Broadway, but. The things are too expensive.
Yeah.
If this one's going to be cheap tickets or $30-$40 tickets, sure, but I'm not going to see it for $200. Tell you that much.
Well, it's gonna. I think you'll be able to get a cheaper ticket for this, but I just think I love this. So as soon as I saw it,
I haven't been doing a Broadway play in a while. I also like some of his clips of he has a lot of interesting quotes in
Oh,
life.
he's amazing.
Yeah, I like
Absolutely.
it. All right.
What was that? That was that quote was on Stephen Colbert, and Stephen Colbert asked him, Keanu Reeves, what do you think happens after we die? And Keanu Reeves like pauses and he goes, well, one thing I know is the people that knew us will miss us, or something like that. And I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah. He said something like that.
holy
Yeah, that was a good one.
shit.
Yeah, I like it. Let's
So,
go.
in more celebrity news, I found this article that I thought was really amazing because it has to do with one of our podcast's favorite movies, Cocktail. And it's Tom Cruise's first wife was very present on the cocktail set, says Gina Gershon. As you know, they were kissing as much as they want, but they would watch her. We did kiss as much as we could, quote from Gina
Okay.
Gershon. So the actress recalls meeting Mimi Rogers fresh off her wedding to Cruise on set of the 1988 romance Cocktail. And it seemed like that their love scenes while the her his current bride was there during their love scenes, which I would say love scene. That was a weird scene. It looked like Tom Cruise was trying to kill Gina Gershon in that scene.
I would tickling her.
Yeah, yeah, he was tickling her, which is much creepier, I guess, than trying to
Yeah.
murder her. But yeah,
Yes.
I thought this article was really funny to think that this came up now. So what do you think about this, Manny? And also maybe like this idea of like spouses on set during as people are trying to do, I guess, their
I mean, I
jobs.
think they were young. I don't. I think like no one. I mean, I don't know. Actors are live in a different realm than we do. I mean, I don't know if they're really in. If they're married to an actor, if you're
Yeah.
married to an actor, you gotta expect that
Mm,
they're gonna do what they got to do to make that scene amazing. And maybe he was pretending that she was the
mm,
wife. Who knows? You don't know what realm he goes into. You
mm-hmm,
know.
mm-hmm.
Didn't when he was with Nicole Kidman and he was in Eyes Wide Shut, I heard that was like a really creepy scene to be around when they were like having sex.
I bet
So
because
it's got to be weird. I don't know.
yeah,
This article was just funny that anyone's even talking about it still. That it
yeah,
even came out. I'm like, another thing is, does that mean they're coming out with Cocktail 3?
I don't want to do. Okay, I almost told you. I almost said like Cocktail 3,
Yeah,
but you're right because there
there
was a
was a
Cocktail
Cocktail 2.
2, and why we don't know.
I don't know. Last call. Cocktail 3, last call.
If there's going to be a Cocktail 3, please, anyone out there that
I
is
want to
in
be
the,
an extra.
we want to be extras. And can we just like, I don't know, consult on the movie? We love Cocktail 1.
Yeah,
We love that movie. We would
I'm
like to
down.
consult on Cocktail 3
I think
if there's going
Tom
to be a third
Cruise
one.
could do as good as a job that he did for Maverick.
Why not?
You know what it is? I don't think he'll do it. I think he's too much
Ugh,
now of like action star that you know why would he need to do Cocktail?
ugh,
Like because
bro.
he needs to be like flying a jet or jumping off a building or something.
It would be so great. He'd be like the new Uncle Pat.
The new Uncle Pat, but who
Yeah.
would be the new Cocktail guy?
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's go.
All right, so next story I want to bring up, and this one I thought was funny because I saw this clip online, and I was like, why is this a thing? But apparently, Quentin Tarantino refuses to watch Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 ended perfectly. Quote, I'm done. So apparently, Quentin Tarantino refuses to watch any other Toy Story movies because he thinks after three, why have any more? Quote, there was a thing where you probably don't like it, but I'm a big fan. I don't watch all the animated movies and stuff, but I'm a big fan of Toy Story trilogy. Tarantino admitted, in the case of Toy Story, the third one is just magnificent and one of the best movies I've ever seen. If you've seen the other two, it's just devastating. And then he basically says, I will not watch Toy Story 4. And then Bill Maher says, is this why there's no Kill Bill 3? And Tarantino stressed, I killed Bill. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, he refuses to watch Toy Story 4. Manny, what my question to you is this because I know you've seen all of them, I think, right?
Yes.
Do you care what Tarantino has to say?
No. But I will say three three was a fantastic ending
Mm-hmm.
to the story of Andy,
Mm.
but the Toy Story didn't end.
Oh, dude, that's going to be a fun. Okay, everyone, we've been putting out these PDFs, the downloadable prints. That's going to be a print. That is going to be there. That is Toy Story 3
That's
was
why I
good.
needed Toy Story 4, bro. And Toy Story 4,
Oh, but the Toy Story
Toy
didn't
Story,
end.
Toy, exactly, dude. All right. All
I
right.
love that. I love
Yeah.
it. Oh my
Um,
God.
and,
Very
and
good.
if they did do a Toy Story 5, it would be
Yeah.
hilarious to do a story of just a toy that's stuck in the attic for 50 years.
Holy shit.
Dude, think about it.
Here we
Is it
go.
cool to live forever?
See, everyone, this happened. If you got listen to our Toy Story episode, which should have done better than it did,
Yeah.
because it is one of the most existentially hilarious
Yeah,
episodes of
dude. I
all
mean,
time.
come on. You're it's great if you get to be around all your friends all the time, but if
Yeah.
you're that one freaking toy that gets left in this like corner of dusty attic, and I guess you could get up and walk away, you would have to break the rules of being a toy.
Oh, absolutely. You would have to break the rules because you
You
would go
have to,
nuts.
because you lose your mind. You lose your
Oh man.
mind. All right.
Wow.
Like I
Yeah.
couldn't, that'd be such a crazy. I'd have to make sure that the first of all, the people that I'm with I like for
Exactly.
that long of a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
Forever is a very long time.
It
And it's
is.
not
Yeah.
like you're like in this like what some people describe as heaven and everybody's so nice and everybody loves each other. Like you're still in this like world.
You're in
And
this
like
hellscape.
yeah, and maybe the house gets destroyed or
Yeah.
a tornado comes and you get thrown away, like, or
Buried.
like a war happens, or like, it just there's so many options
Oh
that you
yeah.
have to live through.
Yeah. It
And
would be horrible.
and then there's ice age, and then there's like
Hmm.
volcanoes, and then if you actually live through all that,
Yeah.
like with a little bit of soul left in this toy,
Yeah.
and you're alive, you're the only toy on Earth.
Well, are
No one
you
to play with
alive
you.
or are you just infinite? Because here's what I'm thinking, and this is
Okay.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
If you get eaten by a larger animal
Okay.
and then you get pooped out, but now you're still a toy, say there's still pieces of you together.
Sure.
Are you now still just alive in that poop?
That's interesting because as if you think about Mr. Potato Head,
Yes,
he falls apart all the time and
all the
he's
time.
still alive.
Yeah.
So do they die? Does a toy die?
Oh my God. I think we need to have an
Even
expert
if
on
I
here to
guess if you
talk.
melt it in lava,
Is
which
there
they try
anyone
to
we could
do with the
call right
third
now
one,
to ask if a toy?
does the toy die? I don't know. Dude,
Wow.
I love the Toy Stories thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like what they did with Buzz Lightyear, but like
Yeah.
I guess just because I was expecting a better
Yeah.
story. I
Yeah. I
needed a
mean,
better story from Buzz.
I just to say this, I really don't care what Quentin Tarantino has to say in terms of the Toy Story movies. I mean,
I want
whatever.
him to
Let
come
them
out
make
with an animated movie though.
him.
Yeah, why not? Because he comes out with every genre.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would
He
be
hasn't done an animated
interesting.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like it would have to be a rated R animated film,
Sure.
which would be interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't. I just think sometimes people just need to not say things. I mean, what is his? I mean, I just let people have Toy Story. There are other series that I feel like he could have been like, why do we have more of these? You know, but I think,
I
whatever.
mean,
Toy
why do
Story
we have
4.
more Quentin Tarantino movies?
I mean, I haven't
Is
seen
it
one for
someone
a
felt
long
like
time.
making one? I haven't seen one in a minute.
Yeah. So,
Like,
I mean, what are you talking
so
about, Tarantino?
whatever. I don't really care
Ah,
about Tarantino, actually. I mean, I'll go see his movies, but I
yeah.
just don't. I doesn't
Yeah.
really
I saw him in a
like.
Thai restaurant over here on Sunset.
He's not like the make or break of my
No,
decision making. So,
no, no.
and
Vin Diesel
neither
is, though.
should we be.
No,
What?
Vin
Van
Diesel is,
Diesel
though.
definitely is. I can't wait till the next one comes out.
I
All
can't wait
right.
till the next Pitch Black.
Yes. there needs to be another pitch black. He should have
Reboot
done
that,
more with
people.
that.
Reboot. I think they need to do this. We'll get to the reboot stuff. I'm sorry. I'll
Okay,
save that for
here we
reboots.
go.
All right.
Next
So
one.
the next one in celebrity news, which I thought is the really was saving it for last, like the regular
Okay.
celebrity news, is the one that was came out in the Times magazine. The DeLorean ruined its creator life. Now it's coming back. Parentheses to the future.
Now it's coming back.
Written by the Sunday Times magazine, the Times. This was really an interesting article about the DeLorean, and I wanted, I sent it to you, and I was like, this is a really amazing article, and
Mm.
I'm. It's so weird to think that the DeLorean could be coming back, and that it is coming back, or
But
whatever.
that's yeah.
But
I
do
would
we
argue
need
that the
it?
DeLorean is back
Okay,
as a
how?
Cybertruck.
Oh yeah, those
So
things
that's
suck.
this generation's DeLorean looking. Like the picture that
Mm,
you sent me of what they want the proposal of what it to be,
yeah,
what it just looks like another car that's been designed. It could be a Mazda. It doesn't scream DeLorean to me or weirdness. Think about
yeah,
when the DeLorean came out, it was so weird and different
yeah,
and looked futuristic in a way.
yeah.
And this one doesn't this one like fits the motif of what the style of even a Tesla is, right? But
That's
if you
really
go to the Cybertruck, that shit looks like a piece of crap. DeLorean, what DeLorean looked like back then, I
I
think,
hate those.
I think they, I think they should do, if they're going to do a reboot of Back to the Future, they should make
Hmm.
the Cybertruck the time machine.
Yeah, I don't. I think
Or
what's
make
interesting.
Doc Brown fucking,
Oh
what's
my
his name?
God,
Elon Musk.
that sounds
Remember the movie
horrible.
Contact with Jodie Foster?
Yes.
Elon Musk reminds me of the rich billionaire who
Yeah.
built her like the two stations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
I,
just kind of just has so much money. He just does whatever.
yeah, let's just do this. But it's weird. The DeLorean, when I was a kid and I remember seeing Back to the Future, I was like, this is the greatest car I've ever seen. The doors go up. I was
Yeah.
like, but
But
I didn't know
Porsche's
any.
doors go up.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about like parking lots because I was
Yeah.
just like, you would never be able to get out of the car.
No, it goes up in a certain way that you can.
The
It's the
The
like foot
regular
like that.
DeLorean, the
I
regular
don't know.
DeLorean goes like that, like wings.
I don't know. I've never been in.
But
Have
you
you ever been in one?
no, but you saw Back to the Future and you're
Yeah,
seeing
but
the
I've never
picture.
been like I've never
Bro,
seen the engineering of it.
okay. I'm gonna just share my screen real quick.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right, look at that
I want to
picture.
see how it opens.
Look at the picture of all the regular DeLoreans. Did you see
Sure.
that picture in the
Yes.
82? It
Yes.
goes up like this, go like this. It just hit the car next
You
to it.
think it would hit the car?
Absolutely.
I don't think it would.
And it looks horrible. The DeLorean in
The
hindsight now
DeLorean looked
looks
like an
terrible,
unpainted car.
which is what the Cybertruck looks like.
Yes.
Unpainted.
Yes. That's why
But
I'm
the
saying the
new
Cybertruck is the
DeLorean,
new. I
yeah,
like the new DeLorean.
it
It
looks
just
like a
looks like
Tesla.
yeah.
Yeah, a
I'm,
Tesla that should
I
be in
don't,
the movie Tron.
yes.
Hmm.
With those wheels, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah. I like the
and
design.
the price is likely, apparently, quote, to be north of $1 million.
That's stupid. Why? What does it do? Does it take you? Is it a time machine?
Does it go back to the future?
Well, well, wait a minute.
$1 million, bro.
This guy's trying to revamp his thing. He's going to sell a car for $1 million. He's going to sell one car.
Well, the daughter
Who's
is.
buying this car? What
I
does she sell?
I don't know.
What's in it? How many are they making? It's called a
Um.
supercar.
Oh my God, this is so horrible. The last paragraph of this article is ridiculous. Okay. So about her father. He died aged 80 in a New Jersey hospital in 2005 from complications following a stroke. Here we go. His gravestone lies flat in a cemetery in Troy, Michigan, beside that of his mother, Catherine. A simple slab. It bears his name, birth and death dates, and an engraving of his gull wing car.
Oh God,
That's
million
horrible.
dollars. Stop it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is interesting, I think, but I don't think this is coming out any too. I don't think it's going to do anything.
It's
I
just a
mean, the
concept.
DeLorean's done.
First of all, you couldn't. Nobody's buying a car like that for $1 million. I
No,
mean,
not at all.
I
Now,
don't think
next
they would.
story, Manny. I sent this to
Yes.
you, and
Yep.
I'm calling this nostalgia creep news. And
Yes.
and
Dude, we're going face to face again.
and star Jeremy Jackson admits to sniffing co-stars' swimsuits. I saw this. I was like, "What?" And I had to grab it and put it on the rundown. Manny, what are your thoughts on this?
Why did he need to admit this? Like, where did he admit this? Is he doing a podcast? Well, what is it? That's all I wanted to know. I mean, he was a teenager. He was doing stupid shit. I'm sure there was men doing a lot of worse shit. Thoughts is why why admit it?
Oh
What
God,
who are you talking to? Who are you
dude.
talking to?
So he was on Howard Stern at one point. He said some crazy shit there. And then he's
Oh,
just saying the actor who played Hobie Buchanan for 8 seasons declared in a new docuseries after Baywatch, Moment in the Sun. Going through puberty while surrounded by scantily clad co-stars was no easy feat. As Jeremy put it, he coped by breaking into his castmates' trailers and sniffing their bathing suits. Okay.
okay. First of
Okay.
all, I'm not into that. There are
No, it's
people,
like,
there are
what's
many
wrong?
people that are,
Yeah.
right? I don't know what that does, but why are you talking about this?
I don't know. Like, why would you say that? Why would you just keep it to yourself? And then Nicole Eggert had to say she applauded her former co-star for his honesty. I would be like, we're gonna have a conversation with my lawyers now. What are you doing? First, you're breaking into their dressing rooms. Then you're sniffing bathing suits. I'm sorry. And then it's this idea, the way it was written, like coped by doing this. What are you coping?
Yeah.
You're,
And how did he cope? What did you
yeah.
cope? Like, just go take a cold shower and do
Th- th-
something.
this is the thing. Do something. This is the this is the thing. Like, it's funny that he's getting like this like odd like people like huddled around him almost being like, "Oh, thank you for being honest. That was so brave of telling us that is so
Well,
brave." How's that
they,
brave?
they don't. Well, I mean, he then got addicted to meth, apparently.
Yeah, now that I'm not making fun. That is
Yeah.
serious. That is some serious shit. But this was after the bathing snoot,
Bathing snooch.
bathing suit sniffing. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
connected, in my opinion. It's not the sniffing of the bathing suits happened. And then he left when he was 18, he left the show. So there's years in between that. I'm sorry.
Mm.
This was weird. I had to put it on there because I was like, I've never ever heard anything like this. This is crazy.
I don't know. I
I don't
think
know. I don't know.
he didn't need to talk about it.
No,
I think,
just yeah,
boys are boys.
and
Some boys are into some crazy shit. He was a teenager. I would have coped differently.
talk to David
Crazy shit.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Be
go
like,
talk to
hey,
him.
well,
Hey, what do I do? What's the next one, Dan? Let's go.
everyone, Manny gets so antsy during this. You can see, he's just, what is it?
Because we're that okay. How much you want me to talk about fucking panties about? I think
Steve, this
he's a
show's
weird dude. I've never thought about that kid in the longest time. I remember
Hobie,
one
Hobie,
scene that he was a fucking skimboarder because they wanted to
skimboarding.
promote skimboarding. But
We need to put some
yeah,
stuff to the test like that. I wish
yeah,
we could do
dude,
that,
there's
but
people are really fucking good at that.
hell yeah. Hell
It's
yeah. I've
crazy.
seen it.
Yeah,
Well,
nuts.
nostalgia reboot news. Anaconda reboot with Jack Black and Paul Rudd is in the making. It's gonna happen. It's going to, yeah, it's gonna happen. Jack Black, Paul Rudd,
We're gonna get a little
Anaconda
J-Lo in there.
reboot. What?
They're replacing a female part with one of them.
I'm guessing that's what's going to happen, or they're just going to recast everyone and maybe there'll be another one. But yeah, I mean, because Jennifer Lopez was the star of that film. So I
Yeah,
mean, who's it going to be? Jack Black or Paul Rudd? I don't know. But yeah, it's really,
I find
according
this
to the
weird.
article, it's unclear who's playing whom. One source said Black would play a man stuck in his job as a wedding videographer, while Rudd would play an actor who did a stint on a cop show but sees his Hollywood dream slipping further and further away. That what? That makes no sense. But yeah, there it is. It's
Not
coming back.
okay. So first of all, can we just talk about one thing? There's a Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah. Dude, Kung Fu Panda has been like, it's huge. It's a huge, huge
Wow.
franchise.
I mean, I loved the first one, but I didn't realize it was 4.
It's
And
4.
another thing,
Yeah, go
okay,
for it.
I'm not about reboots
Right.
of good movies.
Okay, go ahead.
Anaconda was a terrible movie.
That's right. Horrible.
Okay.
I saw it in the movie theater with Mike.
So did I. I might have been there. I'm not sure. It's a terrible movie.
Yes.
Why they were putting J-Lo in movies back then, I don't know. She's only good at like rom-coms. They were trying to make her look like the Tomb Raider, right? In this one, wasn't Ice Cube in this as well? I think Ice Cube was in
yeah,
this.
like,
Yeah,
the snake's out there this big.
yeah.
John Voight was in it. Owen Wilson was in this
Owen
movie.
Wilson was in it too. Yeah,
Danny Trejo.
I don't know. We don't need this remake.
No.
They could have called it again, guys. Just call it something else. Even if you're gonna make the same fucking movie,
Yeah.
just call it something. There's got to be another name for Anaconda, like another term.
Just call
Big
Big
Dick.
Snake.
Just call it that. Big Dick Snake.
That's a little
Put
different.
that on a fucking
if you're talking
thing,
about a big dick snake, it's a big snake with a big dick, or a little snake with a.
That movie would be more interesting. Like the cobra comes up and you're like, oh shit, that snake's got a big dick.
Oh shit! It's got...
Like, what the fuck are we doing here,
dude?
Why are we remaking this movie?
But you know what you said? Like, I'm against reboots of good movies. Yeah. I think if you're gonna make a reboot, it's got to be the worst movie out there. Yeah. Just make reboots of shitty movies.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Glitter, let's do it. Let's redo Glitter. Jersey Girl, let's go.
Oh, that's a movie no one needs to see again. But I would like, hey, look, I didn't like Airborne, but let's reboot that. It was garbage. So let's reboot Airborne.
Fine.
But bad movies. If you want to reboot, there's a whole bunch of movies you
Jack
can reboot.
Black should just, if he's going to reboot anything, he should do Airborne.
Bro. Oh my God.
Back as that character.
I want to see Jack Black in a pair of rollerblades on that hill. Okay.
He goes the devil's backbone.
Yeah.
One more time.
One more time. Look, Jack Black, if you're out there listening to the Nostalgia Test podcast, because I know you are, you're always listening. We get your emails. We know you want to come on. But listen, if you're going to reboot Airborne, just let us be in it. I want to be in all the bad reboots then.
Yeah.
Just bad movies.
I want to be like an extra that says some stupid shit. Pay me $250 for the day. It's fine. All right. I don't know about this one, Dan. I think it's going to be terrible. They don't need to call it Anaconda. Probably not going to be out for like 2 years. So
it's just going to be so stupid.
It's going to be dumb. They're going to CGI the shit out of this snake.
The best part of the first one was the fact that Sir Mix-a-Lot made a song, I Like Big Butts, A Baby Got Back, and it was all about Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. That's why and then she was in a movie called Anaconda. And in the song, he says, my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. And then someone heard that and was like, I got an idea for a movie. We're going to make the Anaconda in Baby Got Back real. Yeah. And we're going to cast Jennifer Lopez in that film.
They need to just get Jennifer Lopez to this movie again. Or like she's just get the original cast and do a sequel.
What exactly? Why not? Who cares?
Why not? And then you know what? Anything. Bring King Kong and Godzilla into it. Just put it into the King Kong universe.
But the really bad Godzilla from the 90s that Matthew Broderick was in, that fast-moving piece of shit one.
Yes.
That one. That movie was bad.
Yeah. Cloverfield too. That monster was crazy too. That movie was interesting.
It's one of those found footage movies. There's so many of those. They just make me ill.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right, let's move
All
on.
right, so reboot no news is over, and now in nostalgia music news, there's a lot of things going on. First is Aerosmith retires from touring. Steven
Those guys
Tyler's
are still
voice,
playing.
yeah, not anymore, because of citing permanent damage to Steven Tyler's voice last year. So, yeah, that's it. It's
It had a
over.
good run, Dan. It
They
had a good
had
run.
they had an amazing run.
Amazing.
Manny, are you a fan of Aerosmith?
I'm not like a huge fan. I don't shy away from some of their songs,
Hmm.
but I don't go, hey, let me put an Aerosmith song on. I only think about Justice Stancic when I think about Aerosmith.
Mm. Shout out to
Um
Jess when
and
great episode
and
we have with her. Yes.
and
Yeah.
living on the edge. When they were young, they were
Oh,
putting on some crazy ass videos on MTV.
yeah.
I think they're obviously a good band. I just didn't. I wasn't like a,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh,
they're a good pop band.
yeah. They
And
were yeah.
Steven Tyler's fucking crazy. He's it.
Absolutely.
He's like what a rock star was.
Yeah. He's the
And like I think like
American.
rock stars kind of faded away in the 90s and
Mm.
2000.
Yeah. I would love to do an episode about that because I have some thoughts on that. But
I would say
the
right now my favorite rock star or performer or entertainer is Brendan Flowers.
oh, you read my mind. I was literally, and that's a song by that. Read my mind. But I was gonna say like
That's
the Killers
yeah.
like are one of the last remaining rock bands that's like doing it like arena like that.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
they have their residency going on right now, and their
Oh,
new album is awesome. I
the
like it.
one oh the one that's about the
The Vegas Lights and stuff like that.
yeah.
The recent one.
Oh, that's a good
That
song. Yeah.
it's a good song. I like him. KG Elephant I've seen perform.
Mm,
It's pretty good too. I'd like to see them live,
yeah.
but I've seen Killers twice in an
Oh,
arena and felt like I felt like it was just me and them. It was
oh,
such a great show. They are, they know how to put on the show. He's
oh
from
yeah.
Vegas. They
Oh
they
yeah.
are like, it's like they studied how to put on a show.
Yeah, I saw them at this festival called the Firefly Festival, and I saw them perform, and it was sick. Absolutely. And I saw Girl Talk there. That was interesting.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, remember
Well,
that? Yeah.
yeah, one
All
time.
right. Well, I mean, Aerosmith, I mean, hey, you had a great run. Good for you. I love it. But I never really listened to Aerosmith that much. And I saw them live at Jones Beach and I was pretty disappointed.
All right.
I feel
Let's
like I
move
go to
on.
Jones Beach to go, like, there aren't a lot of concerts that I really liked at Jones Beach. Anytime I went there, I was like, this is going to be up in the air.
Yeah.
I
It
don't know
was never
why.
that great, dude. All right, but can we
Now,
just add one more thing?
go ahead. Add something to the rundown.
Yes.
Do it, Manny.
Stick Figure and Sublime. Drop the song
Oh, a new Sublime song?
with Bradley Knowles lyrics in it.
Mm.
He
That's gonna
sings
be
it.
more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What a great I liked it. I love the song. I think it's great. I think
Mm.
how they mixed it was phenomenal. I
Mm.
think it brings you right back to
Mm.
that sound. Did you
So
listen to it?
I haven't listened to it yet. But
I texted
I
it to you and Steve.
yeah, I'm gonna I wanted to listen. I didn't understand. I was like, is this Bradley? No, how they do that? But you're saying they mixed him into it.
I think so. I think I have to look way more into it, but it says featuring Bradley Noel. So
Mm.
I'm like, what did they do? I guess maybe they found sound recordings of this
Yeah.
song or him saying these lyrics, and then they
Mm.
built the song around it.
That's fucking awesome. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
dude,
check that out. I'm gonna check out
you
that
should
song.
check it out because it definitely brings you back to that vibe
Oh,
that we were talking about in that episode.
dude, everyone, listen to the Sublime episode. Blow that episode up. I love Sublime. It's a no skip. It's a no skip album.
No skip.
No
All
skip
right,
album. So is Limp Bizkit back?
please
I don't know.
no.
I
Were they ever here?
well,
I guess they were. I
Manny,
mean,
let's just be honest.
they
Limp Bizkit,
defined the 2000 generation.
they were gigantic. They were
Yeah, I
gigantic.
mean, they basically destroyed Woodstock,
Yep, they
or
did.
started the chaos.
Yep, yep.
What is this beard that he has? He
But
does not have a beard.
he
He looks like
is.
Santa Claus is wearing a chain.
I know. But Limp Bizkit, apparently, I saw some interviews with Fred Durst. He was on Bill Maher, he was on a couple other places, and talking about how people are really getting back into them, and people of all ages are listening to Limp Bizkit. So it seems like there is a resurgence of Limp Bizkit in the musical lexicon, and I don't know what to think about it. I am freaked out by the whole thing. Because Creed
Are they
also
coming
has a
out with
comeback.
any new songs, or are they just
I think it's not new
doing their
songs. I think
so
they're
it's
just doing
nostalgic?
their like, nostalgic stuff.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
mean, I'm fine with them going with like doing tours and just doing that, but like new stuff?
I don't think there should be new Limp Bizkit music.
No, that'd be scary. That'd be scary.
Just,
Get
I
it
mean,
all for
look,
the wood.
oh my God.
Are you getting that guy?
This was part of our,
Sing it
that,
up, yeah. Sing it up,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to do a new metal episode where it's like Limp Bizkit, Papa Roach, like all these bands that were just like,
Well, it was like we want to do metal, but we also want to rap.
yeah, and we're
I
not
mean,
good
Kid
enough.
Rock lasted for longer than them.
Oh God.
So, of
I had that
course this is
album.
happening now.
I
You said
had that
Creed is
album.
coming back?
Well, Creed's been talking about coming back there in there. They are touring together with Scott Stapp and they actually have new music, which that is scary. I listened to I'll confess, I had all of the Creed albums. I
Listen,
seen them
man,
live a
I
few
saw them
times.
live.
Yeah, they were good, but then I got rid of all my Creed albums.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
I can't do this.
What's next, Dan?
So what's next? So Oasis there's an Oasis reunion
No, there's not.
announcement.
This
Yes,
can't be
they're
true.
going on tour in 2025 throughout. They're doing a European or at least
Is
an
Oasis
English.
good?
Oh my God. Okay. I've been having these conversations lately and
Yes.
I'm very upset about this whole thing.
Are they good?
Is
Or are
yes.
they
No.
just have that album?
They've had several albums. Oh my God. Manny,
Are
are
they
you
that good?
serious?
Yeah. Are they that good?
The Manny brain for
How are so you're telling me you didn't listen to Oasis, like you just heard the songs that were just being played?
That's it. You guys,
Steve used to
Steve,
play.
yeah. No, obsessed for what? I don't know. Are they that good? Or
Oh
are you
my
guys just
God.
holding on to something that isn't that good?
Oh my God.
It
Okay.
might not be good that they get back together.
It's great that they're getting back together
Why?
because Oasis is, to me, one of the most important 90s rock bands. They actually have like guitar rock songs. They're well written, good choruses, super fun. I mean, and they're hilarious. Liam Gallagher is one of the funniest people. He's like a rock star to the core, like to the core. Like there's nothing else that he does but do rock and roll. And he is when he was on TRL, he would just stand there and and, and what's his face? Carson Daly would talk to him and Liam Gallagher would just stand there. It
Wow.
was brilliant. I
Um,
can't believe that you're sitting here asking me if Oasis was good.
yeah. I
I,
don't know, man. I never really got into them other than like that one album that was really popular and was in one of my movies I made in high school. But I don't know. Maybe I have to try it out. Give me 2 months, and then we're gonna revisit this. All right.
Okay, wait. You need 2 months. I'm gonna make a playlist for you, and you're gonna
You
listen
got too
to it.
much other shit that we're doing with this podcast that you
Well,
want me
if
to
we're doing
now put
okay,
Oasis to the test?
they're 90s.
Yeah, that's true. Are we gonna put Steve on? That'd be bad. We'll be like fucking attacked by the Oasis crowd.
He might not be able
Shit.
to get his guitar to work again. I think he
No.
forgot. I forgot how to do it.
Yeah.
We got to release that secret episode.
Yeah. Patreon.
Patreon,
That episode
Substack.
was great.
All right.
Um,
Well, yeah, Oasis back. I'm super excited. Hope they come to the US, and if they do, I'm fucking going. I've seen Oasis twice. I saw them at the smallest venue possible. I couldn't believe I saw them at the Roseland Ballroom in New York, which doesn't exist anymore. I was on crutches prior to seeing them. I had a boot on. I was so excited to see them. I went totally injured, and Jeremy's ex, one of the drunk English people that were there, peed on her foot.
wow.
And some girl passed out right before the show, and we had to crowd surf her passed out body to the front, and they had to take
No,
her out.
you didn't.
Yeah, bro.
What?
People are freaking out about Oasis. You don't get it. And then I saw them in Staten Island with like Jet and a bunch of other people. Kasabian, Jet, bunch of
I
other
guess
people.
I gotta check them out and see what the big fucking deal is.
Oh my God, what's the big deal? It's Oasis. What are you talking
No,
about?
it just doesn't do anything. When people bring it up, it's a fucking second coming, and I'm like, what? Why are they so special?
Okay, all right. We're gonna stop this conversation. You're gonna
All
go
right.
do that, and I'm gonna make you a playlist, and we're gonna have an episode on Oasis.
Okay.
All right, so now we're
It's a
gonna come to
challenge, people.
yeah, absolutely. It's a challenge. So here we are. A few people. There are a few marked. What I can say. There's a few people that passed away in August that we want to you know have a conversation about because they were big parts of our childhood. Definitely the first one, Sid Udy, aka Sid Vicious, aka Psycho Sid from the WWE. He passed away. And Manny, this guy,
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing. I mean, I just remember him. So this is when heels were heels,
Yeah.
and you were a heel for like ever, basically. You were never gonna be the baby face.
Mhm.
I don't think he ever turned baby face, right? No,
Never, never, ever. He was a
no.
heel all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, he was call it. I remember him dominating against Hulk Hogan, right? Or no, it was Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, and he's massive. And
He was
then
huge.
yeah, and then call it. I guess I see that he aligned himself with Shawn Michaels.
Hmm.
Okay,
And then
okay.
he had career-ending injury that, he couldn't come back from, jumping off the ropes, and he like ankle or something happened in his leg that he just couldn't come back from. But he was the first person I like when I was a kid, the first pay-per-view I ever saw, he was fighting Hulk Hogan, and I was like literally watching him destroy him.
Yeah,
I've
he was
never
a
seen
scary dude.
I've never seen a power bomb before until I saw this guy, and I was like, holy shit.
Didn't he? He was like Diesel size.
He was huge. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
bigger than Diesel because he was wide. He was
yeah,
like wide and tall. And I was like, how do you beat this guy? He was nuts, and he would scream into the microphone.
yes.
It was
He was psycho.
unbelievable. Yeah.
He
But
was
yeah, rest in peace, Sid Udy, Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid. You scared the hell out of us when we were children.
yes. His
Uh,
hair so
yeah.
yellow, so blonde.
So yeah. Oh my God. On the 18th of August, we lost Phil Donahue, stalwart of
Mm.
the talk show, daytime talk shows. And after, I mean, that was a time, man. Phil Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake, Montel Williams,
I feel like that was
Richard.
like the heyday of
Yeah.
freaking talk shows.
Jenny Jones.
Yeah.
You remember Richard Bay?
Yes,
Thank you.
dude.
Someone remembers
Of
Richard
course I remember Richard Bay. Bro, I know somebody that was on that show. No,
Bay.
his girlfriends were on the show. My
Oh my God.
uncle's best friend growing up, his girlfriend was on the show shit talking him.
Richard Bay
And
was
they
the
got in a huge
greatest.
fight over it.
Oh my God. Richard Bay was amazing.
Dude, Richard Bay, that was that was like such bad good reality
Yeah.
television, like before
Yeah.
reality television became a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But this is a time where talk shows were so huge, and Phil Donahue, one of the first ones to do it. I mean, his show was so great. Then I remember Daryl Hammond doing a great impression of him on when they did the Celebrity Jeopardy, and Phil Donahue's like, Mom and Dad are fast asleep upstairs. He's just like doing this whole thing. But yeah, Phil Donahue, talk show host extraordinaire, passed away in August on the 18th. So rest in peace,
Rest in
Phil
peace,
Donahue.
Phil.
And then huge news.
This is
Carl
today.
Weathers was honored with a posthumous star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
No way.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
And here's the thing. I'm both happy and upset about this.
Okay.
Because how did he not have a fucking star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at that point? How does he not have one?
True.
There are animated people that have stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes.
Carl Weathers didn't have one. Horrible.
And he didn't get to live to see it.
No. He didn't live to get to see his star before it gets destroyed by, a bunch of maniacs. Because if you've ever been to Hollywood, the Hollywood Walk of Fame it's just a sidewalk people walk on. It's not like carted off, it's just like
No, I know. It's
sidewalk.
Just added sidewalk, yeah.
People walking on it, peeing on it, and this is what we, everyone wants to go to Hollywood.
Don't people like chisel stuff out? Some, people destroy some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Carl Weathers got a star. I mean, this man, he was just
Who gets to decide all this?
So apparently, like, one thing is I think you're supposed to there is people who decide this, but it's also you have to pay for it. So you pay for your own star, I think.
Dude, that's it's funny. I won something and they wanted me to pay for it.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you have to pay for the award. It costs money.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
I didn't pay for it. I just know I won the award.
So the criteria for receiving a star consists of the following: professional achievement, longevity in the category of 5 years or more, contributions to the community, and the guarantee that the celebrity will attend the dedication ceremony if selected. Posthumous awards require a 5-year waiting period. Yo, what the fuck?
That's so dumb.
Wow. He did all these things though, and he didn't have his own star until he died, and then there's a 5-year waiting period. That's some bullshit. Come on. I mean, and now they're gonna come out with Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know if you saw that. Just to throw that in there.
Bro, people have no imagination anymore.
Seriously, I mean,
we're fucked.
We had nothing.
Fuck, Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised because
I'm surprised
Adam Sandler knows how. Yeah, Adam Sandler can fucking milk a fucking character like no other. Like he did that the one with Jennifer Aniston when they're like husband and wife.
Oh, Grown Ups?
Solve a mystery.
Oh, that. Oh,
this is. They came out with a second one like the next year, like and like Grown Ups 2.
Those movies are terrible.
Yeah, why do we wait this long for Happy Gilmore 2?
This is what Adam Sandler does.
Where's like Big Daddy 2?
A good movie. If he comes out with Wedding Singer 2, no. But here's the thing. Here's what he does. He's like us. We decided to do a podcast because we want to chill. It's during COVID, and then it became its thing, and we're building it as we're doing it. But Sandler's, I just want to hang out with my friends, so I have millions of dollars to throw around.
Let's make a movie.
Let's make a fucking mediocre movie, and I'll just make money on it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You guys want to be in it? It's about a guy who lost the other half of an Oreo cookie, and he's searching for that other half of the cookie. And so the whole movie, he's searching, and he meets all these characters. There'll be stereotypes of people that from communities that can't defend themselves, and we always make fun of. And then the end.
Yeah. Oh man. Sorry.
We'll call it. What do we call it? I don't know. Oreo cookie movie. That's probably what it'd be called. Oreo cookie movie.
Yeah.
Directed by Adam Sandler.
Can't.
Well,
make it up.
That is horrible. But yes, congratulations to Carl Weathers, who's.
Are we having a September news?
Yeah.
Can I say something now, or we just should wait?
Well, we're recording this in September. Go right ahead, Manny.
Rest in peace, Simba. No, it was Simba's death.
Simba.
Shit. Mufasa. Mufasa.
Yeah, we lost James Earl Jones.
Mufasa.
I posted the baseball speech from Field of Dreams, and then Instagram took it down immediately. And then I did it again, and then I disputed it, saying that this is a tribute to a great actor. It's not violent. It's not racist. It's not pornographic. And I listed all these things that are on Instagram that they allow.
I see titties all the time now.
Yeah, it's just up, I think. Hopefully it's still up. So go there. Everyone, if you see our account at the Nostalgia Test, just like that post. So like Instagram gets to go, oh, these guys are just doing something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Manny, that is the news.
You all the time. That's Dan's favorite. We actually went there, guys.
Oh my God. We should go back there.
I took a poop in the porta potty there.
We all did.
In the beating sun.
Yeah, we all did.
Disgusting. We did.
It was horrible.
It was a ride. The ride was going to be long.
It was a ride from
Chicago. That was a terrible porta potty.
Yeah.
I remember being in there.
I remember feeling
again, there's certain scenes in my life that are imprinted in my brain, and that
forever.
Still remember that porta potty.
Yeah. That was a weird part because we were driving from Ohio all the way to trying to find a place to stop because, Dave decided
no internet back then too.
Put us in a dangerous area in Chicago because he, I guess, fell asleep and then did a quick bit of research to find us a hotel before we got back from being at a roller coaster park. And then we drove all the way to North Dakota.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there was a part where we were driving. I think Dave was asleep in the back and it was you and me and I was in the passenger seat, and then we fell asleep and we both woke up at the same time and we looked at each other. Oh,
yeah. I'm sure.
Oh, there was internet, dude. We had to actually use. Oh no, there was no internet wireless, but we used to plug our computers in at these rest stops in the middle of nowhere, like a bunch of morons.
Yeah, we had a laptop.
Yeah, we would have gotten axe murdered.
I'm thinking about the hotels we stayed at, and we just didn't think twice about them,
dude. I still think of the one that we stayed in Oregon because we only stayed overnight and it had one bed. The woman's like, there's only one bed. We're like, doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then there was one. Remember
we didn't do anything in Oregon except sleep there.
Just slept there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few times that we just, and then I just think about how like we, without having a phone on you, we found places and we like booked places and we just did it. Although the Chicago one.
Oh, well, we left Dave up for that one.
We were out.
Yeah.
Real quick.
We gave him that responsibility. Yeah. We gave him that responsibility and he didn't do anything. And
outside of Chicago.
Yeah. Then he asked us, I remember, I'll never forget it. He pulls in, we saw what we saw, and then he turned to both of us and he was like, so should we get out? Yeah. We're like, get the fuck out of here.
We should get the hell out of here. We were cornered.
Out of here now. I was like, but I want to go back to Chicago, because
I actually want to go and eat there.
Yeah. But
actually, I've been once after.
If anyone out there has any money to sponsor a Nostalgia Test trip, that would be great. Go right ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Well,
all right, Dan.
Manny, that was the August news, everybody. If you have stories that you'd like us to talk about for September, please send them to the nostalgiatest@gmail.com. Comment in this post, maybe. I have no idea when this episode's going up, but it'll be soon and late. And post it in the comments the stories you want us to talk about for September. Share, like, review. Share the episode, like the episode, and review the episode. And hey, everyone, download the free art when we send it in the newsletter. Or if you can, please leave a review, and then we'll send you some free art from this episode.
Well, thank you.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @Nostalgia Test and on Instagram @The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.